We start the issue in January 2024 on a snowy, cloudy day in New York City, where we see an older Peter Parker. He has a full beard grown, glasses to guide the eyes, and some wrinkles. This is the Peter from this universe, a grown man, something that we are not used to, with a family, a daughter, and son, all eating breakfast, while Peter gets coffee. As we see May Parker playing with a ball, but Peter is quick to let her without it. I gotta say, Tiger, looks like you need it, as we finally see Mary Jane Watson for the first time looking as hot as ever. She asks Peter how his night went. Had trouble sleeping, says Peter. Wanna talk about it, asks MJ. Yes, maybe later, as right now, Peter has to go to work. The Daily Bugle, of course. This version of Peter also works here. Parker, yells Jonah Jameson, looking for him. But we found out that the actual Parker that he is looking for is Ben Parker, who is the managing editor at the Bugle. So this version of Ben Parker is alive. Jonah tells Ben that the meeting they have today is at 4. He asks him if Ben is going to make it, as Ben reassures him that he will be. As Peter shows up inside the office to pick up Ben, "You're late," says Ben, as the two gather their things to leave. "Wait," says Jonah. "You need a tie, Peter." As Jonah untied his to give it to Peter. He goes on saying that Uncle Ben is one of the toughest person he has ever met, as it shows that there is great respect between these two, Ben and Jonah. Now, we're in the street of New York City on this snowy day. Everyone is wondering if you're okay, asks Peter. You won't talk about what happened. You haven't said anything on how you feel. Ben says that it has been 20 years since Peter has been living with them, as Peter's parents passed away when he was 15. There isn't a day in which Peter does not think about them. Well, that is exactly how I feel about this, says Ben, as we see that they are attending an event, or more like a memorial. Well, we see the name May Parker in one of the murals. So May is dead, as we see Matt Murdock coming up speaking on the podium, saying that this was an act of terror committed by Stark, and that many people died. That is the reason why they have gathered to honor them today. As he introduces the next speaker, saying that 2 people from his life are on that wall, Norman and Emily Osborn, as we see their son Harry taking the podium, speaking about how his father taught him this crucial thing as a child, spending time with him, teaching Harry to throw a baseball. Now, he will never be able to do that. After the event, we see Harry shaking hands with Ben, as MJ and Parker looks on. Apparently, Ben interviewed Norman years ago and still didn't get to know him well. As Ben and Peter get back to the Bugle, they see that they are late for the meeting. When they arrive, they see an angry Jameson yelling, "I quit." Ben tells Peter to go to his desk as Ben walks into the meeting. Ready to take care of business? As Robbie tells Ben that there's going to be some changes to the editorial at the paper. There has been an ever-increasing complaints about some of the content, especially how the Stark terror was covered. So we're making changes, says Robbie. As the man makes his presence known in the meeting, "Please, at your good fortune," says Wilson Fisk. He offers the main job to Ben as Jameson is out. Ben just smiles and walks out. As he finds Jameson in the elevator, he asks him, "So what are we gonna do now?" So I guess both men are out, hey? Later we see Wilson Fisk getting out of the car. A huge explosion happens, and for the first time ever, what appears to be the Green Goblin. Now we find ourselves at a bar with no name. 2 old friends are having a drink, As the two reflect on what just happened, as they are both talking about coming up with a name for their new news company. "We'll do it better this time. We'll do it right," says Ben. "We tell the truth." Ha ha ha, what a corny name, as Jameson laughed out loud. As the two contemplate their next move, Peter shows up. "What are you going to do?" wonders Peter. "You want a job?" asks Jameson. "You have money, says Peter. Of course they don't. "As of now, that's a day 2 problem," says Jameson. As Jameson leaves behind, Peter starts to get serious and asks Ben how he could possibly blow out his entire career in one afternoon. "Why wouldn't I do it?" "That was an easy choice," says Ben. "What's wrong?" asks Ben, as Peter goes on about his life and how things are great with MJ and the responsibility he has as a father. He tells Ben that he feels for the longest that something is wrong, like something is missing from his life, as Ben gives him one last advice before he leaves, saying that inaction is action. Don't spend your life waiting for something to happen. Make it happen. Wake up, he says. Later on, we find ourselves at Peter's apartment as he has father duty putting the kids asleep, and then he joins MJ for a drink in the couch, as this is the perfect time to talk about Peter. "What's going on?" asks MJ. "I think I need a change," says Peter. MJ tells him that she supports him because he supported her last year when she quit her job to start her own business. "No, it's not that," says Peter, as MJ knows now. She advised him that he's been walking around with that clouds hanging over his head for years, and that he knows what he has to do. As Peter agrees, MJ says, "Go get them, Tiger." As we see Peter grabbing the ball that May Parker was playing with earlier in the issue, he goes up to the roof, and we switch to last night, where we see Peter working late, and a box suddenly throws out electricity, calling to Peter, "Peter, Peter," as Iron Man or Iron Lad shows up, aka Tony Stark, as a hologram, saying that this message is from 6 months into the future, as he presents a ball to Peter. 20 years ago, you were supposed to be bitten by a spider. This would have given you powers. Instead, a great evil traveled through time and erased all heroes, including you. He did this in order to create his society. Of course, we know that he is talking about the Maker, the greatest evil we have ever seen in the Marvel Universe. He robbed Peter of his destiny and many other heroes. Now in current time, back to the rooftop, as Peter reminisces about Tony's speech, he opens up the ball, where we see the radioactive spider. "Wake up," says Uncle Ben, as Peter remembers. "Get them, Tiger," says MJ. The spider goes on to bite Peter, and at the same time gives Peter his destinies back. At the end, we see him with a full black suit that was provided by Tony Stark. And that is the issue. Peter finally got his destiny back. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please sub and like. Truly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.